Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contributions on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this channel, I bring information to your doorstep. I bring news from all channels, from every angle. Things that have to do about the world, things that have to do about Africa, more especially Nigeria. I bring it to your doorstep, some information that you ignore, some information that you cannot be able to come across. I look for them, I bring it to your doorstep for you to see. Every video you see on this channel is for educational purpose, to keep you up and get you aware of what is happening in the contraction called Nigeria, more especially. I bring the information to your doorstep. They are not lies. Most of the videos you're going to watch here are videos that are coming from the conventional media, and some of us sometimes are lazy to get into it. Some of us sometimes are too busy to be able to lay our hand on this. That is why I bring the videos to your doorstep. Watch from beginning to the end. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes, so that you can be educated and know what is going on. Let us watch together. At the end, you can go to the comment section and put down your comment. Give your opinion. Say it the way you feel it. Nobody's going to come against you. It's a free world, and this is the social media where people say it and set the record straight exactly the way it is without being controlled. Do that on the comment section. Let us watch the video together as it comes. Thank you.
Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with reactions trailing comments made by the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, who on Monday said that he will not be campaigning for Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, because Atiku picked people from Rivers as members of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council without any input from him. The governor made the comment during the inauguration of the Rivers PDP Campaign Council in Port Harcourt. Well, let's take a listen before we take some reactions.
Why is it that they don't see the presidential candidate's picture, the party chairman? I said, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The presidential candidate entered my state and picked members of the presidential council without the whole governor of the state having a contribution. The presidential candidate entered Rivers State, picked those he wants to pick without the contribution of the governor. So they said they don't need me to campaign for them. But you don't want the last people to campaign for them. Will you force yourself? No. Will you force yourself? No. If someone says he doesn't want to, will you go and push yourself? No. You sit down and do what you can do, and that is the end of it. I have never seen how people would disrespect a state like Rivers State and go and choose those who are enemies of the state, without the contribution of we. So that is what they did. And so most of you may not even know, you may not even understand who is our nominee in the campaign council they have. Do we have anyone? So they don't want us to campaign. So let's campaign for those who have told us to campaign for them. The governorship candidate, the senatorial candidate, they told us to campaign for them. And so we are here to campaign for them.
Let's take some reactions. This is from Eve Malam, who wrote, Buhari won the 2015 and 2019 elections without the votes of Rivers State, the votes of the entire South-South and Southeast. So what prevents Atiku from winning the presidency without just the Rivers State votes? Wike is deeply involved in a suicidal mission, and he knows he can't win. Well, Fidelis wrote, why is Wike now crying that Atiku didn't inform him before he chose his Rivers campaign nominees? Why will he consult you when you are behaving as if they collected your biscuits? So the Rivers nominee in the PCC are your enemies because they are with Atiku? This man. Well, Obuagu wrote, kindly disregard the recent rant of Nyesom Wike. Atiku wrote to every state and PDP governors to submit names for the party's PCC. Wike was the only one who refused to submit names. A campaign team was formed. Wike and his team pulled out of the campaign. He's not saying the truth. I guess Obwagui's echoing a group called the People's Democratic Stakeholders as well, who also confirmed this claim, saying that, Wike is lying and that Atiku had reached out, but he didn't respond. I guess, this is just a pure indication that Wike is definitely rejecting Atiku at this point. Dr. Abati.
Well, this is a clear indication that the crisis within the People's Democratic Party, the disagreement between Governor Nyesom Wike and 4 other governors, with the party has not been resolved. And clearly here, the governor is saying, they came to his state and picked enemies. Whose enemies, really? Because the word enemies, that would seem to be a very strong word. But we all recall that before now, Governor Wike and his own allies had said the irreducible minimum would be for the chairman of the party to stand down. And the party decided to back the chairman of the party and said, look, the best that will happen will be for him to leave after the election. And clearly Governor Wike, does not agree. And hence he has now made it clear that he will not campaign for the presidential candidate of the party, but he will campaign for others, but not the presidential candidate. And hence the campaign vehicles that are on the streets of Port Harcourt now, the papers report that Atiku's pictures are not on those campaign vehicles. However, Governor Wike is not the only member of the PDP in Rivers State. There are others, like Professor Secondus, who is a member of the Presidential Campaign Council. There are others, like Senator Lee Meba. There are others, like Celestine Omehia, who are on the side of the presidential candidate of the PDP. Maybe we'll now have, for the presidential campaign, those other stakeholders in Rivers State organizing their own campaign. Okay, so at the end of the day, it may not really be, a big problem for the party, because the party has the machinery to organize, a presidential campaign in Rivers, if it comes to that. And we also imagine that if Atiku Abubakar, and other supporters go to Port Harcourt to have a rally, that Governor Wike will not have any issues with that. However, we had Kola Alogbodunyan on this program, and he said it wasn't the presidential candidate that chose those members of the Presidential Campaign Council, that it was actually done by the National Organizing Secretary, who asked PDP governors and the various states to send in the names of their nominees. But you recall that even at that time, Governor Wike and some of his supporters had said they will not have a hand in the campaign, except the irreducible minimum they asked for was done. And their position was that it was, for them, a question of equity and justice. But hopefully, dialogue, will continue within the party, and there is a window of about 5-6 months. Maybe before then, there will be some resolution, and Governor Wike and his allies may then have a change of mind.
Absolutely. Rufai, your comment on this
one thing is certain, Governor Wike is not speaking totally the way it's happening. He was the one that said, I don't want to be part of this. He's the one that's been fighting with his party for a while. He's the one taking all the decisions in the world. He's the one, anyways, an illegality before, revoking the decision he took on Celestine Omehia, who he said was former governor and was paying all the monies entitled to former governors before he revoked it with the State House now, because that one was supporting Atiku Abubakar. So if Atiku Abubakar decides to pick other people in the state and continue, and you see, Governor Wike must understand something, that nature abhors a vacuum. With or without him, the PDP will go on with their campaign. So why is he crying spilled milk that they will not support? He has not supported them before, and it's crystal clear. All the talks they've held with him has not come through. So we know he's on his own. But also, please, if they will come and do their rally in the states, they should also be given the chance to do their rally. They should not say, because I'm the incumbent governor, I can do this and I can do that, I can show my might. And I think one lesson we should learn from this Governor Wike debacle is the fact that, yeah, when you fight, you must have a termination date to your fight, or else your fight becomes irrelevant.
That is it.
So Governor Wike, as it is, has lost relevance. You can see that nobody hears him again. Maybe when he calls his media pally again to still whip up media. But people will just listen to him till before the elections.
Yeah.
As he speaks today, people have moved off him. And he has lost the oomph in the fight.
Yeah.
Because nobody really cares about him any longer.
Because
Since
he
the
keeps
campaign,
talking about River State.
Yeah.
My first Twitter user alluded to the fact
Yeah.
that Buhari won without River State.
And
so
the funny thing is, the campaign has moved on without him. They've had the first mass rally, they've had the second mass rally without him. So you should just remember the words of Tai Sholari that if you think you're indispensable, dip a stick in a bucket of water, the little hollow form will show you what people feel about you. What's the worst case scenario? They will lose the election with or without. Is it the end of the world? So he has taken this fight too long, and it has become his albatross. And I fear for his political career in the future. I think lessons have to be learned.
I won't say that he has lost relevance. I mean, after all, he just appointed some 10,000.
No,
Special
50,000, not
50,000.
10,000.
You are being cheeky.
10,000.
You are being very cheeky.
So, to such persons, he's still relevant. Because,
Dr. Party.
Dr.
All
Party.
right. We shall.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have been educated with this video. I hope you have learned something from the video you just watched. Please go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever you think about the video you have watched, or anything you have learned that you wanted to share together, go to the comment section and keep yourself busy. It's a free place where people share their opinion. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time a video comes out. And also, share the video to your family and friends. Share it to all platforms so that people can get aware of what is happening in the world, mainly in the contraption called Nigeria. We have to keep people on their toe, keep people informed on what is going on. That is exactly what we are doing. Every video you are watching in this channel is for the purpose of education and nothing more. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, bye-bye. See you again.